Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Shadow and Bone. This is season 2, episode 4. It is what is it called? I don't know what it's called. It's called something. Last episode was really good though, and I'm very excited to jump into this episode, so I'm not going to do much talking. Plus my voice is a little scratchy for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not sick. But I don't really feel like talking a ton, so we're going to jump right into this episode. Before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. If you're new here, or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, and then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world. But otherwise, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 4 of Shadow and Bone.
If the Second Army requires a leader loyal to the Crown to assure their fealty, then I will lead them.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Why should I believe you have any loyalty to my family?
She hasn't killed you yet. Marriage. What a surprise.
I'm delighted to announce my engagement to Alina Starkov, the Sun Summoner and new leader of the Second Army.
Poor Mal. Watching his girl leave him for another man.
Nichevoya!
Turavka! Oi, 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 oi.
Your other son is working hard to send this country into civil war. I aim to stand in his way.
I'll keep it small. Extended family only.
What is that, like a couple hundred people?
Those wounds are born of Mazos, child. Tailoring will be a waste of your energy. They're part of you now.
Ah, that's rough. Ooh. Ruined? How dare you? She is still smoking hot.
You came here for Ravka.
He came here for you.
I came here for you.
I wrote this effing show.
You're my flag, Alina. You are my nation. Not this swamp.
Wow, you are my nation. Every chance you get, boy. Every chance she gives you. All day.
Believe that once this is all over, it will just be the two of us. Oh, well done.
You know, you keep saying that, one of you is gonna end up dead. It's the classic cop on the day before his retirement type talk. One more case and then I'm gonna retire, live in Aruba. Oh, why? Of course, this guy looks evil. Look at that snarl. That's your mammy's finger. Put some blue milk in it. What's he doing? Giving yourself some tattoos? She is Sofina in Dungeons and Dragons. I knew I recognized her in the movie. But she was evil there.
She served you loyally since she was a child.
And then she
Endured
tried to
years
run away.
Of abuse on your orders, and you reduce her to an example?
Yes.
Where does this stop?
It stops once Ravka is mine and Alina is at my side.
My brother in Christ. I think you need to give her up. How you make that disappear, bruv? Is that a magic trick? Are you actually a wizard?
It'll give me some comfort to know that you're with me.
Bitchin'.
In the shadows.
I wouldn't miss it.
Or in the light, where everybody can publicly watch you make out.
I can promise you only that Pekka will beg for his death.
She is ride or die.
It will mimic it in every way.
Good.
Death?
You're gonna say you can't do this without me, yeah? And that you hate it when we're angry at each other, but sometimes brothers fight. And that when all this is over, you're gonna open a tab for me at a club of my choosing.
What? I'm so compassionate. And generous.
There's a cap on the tab. But otherwise, yes. To all of that.
Then let's go take down the king.
Heck yeah. Brothers for life.
Inej will cover Fifth Harbor. And when the chaos begins, she'll hand the note to Pekka's driver. Nina and I will handle the Emerald Palace. See you there.
Oh, but Ninar has betrayed you. Ninar.
You've been quiet.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ready?
Absolute rubbish.
Trash.
I like to picture the face of the person I want to crush.
With your thighs?
Try it.
I volunteer. It's tribute. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
It's not the cut, but it's effective.
It's like a laser whip. Or the prince. The thing's smoldering.
David.
David!
Kirigan used Murzost to create something in the fold.
Murzost.
The size of 2 men.
Both up and sideways.
They are nichevoya.
Nichevoya.
No bullets, blades, fire, all simply pass through.
Maybe light will
and they
do
walk
the
freely
trick.
in sunlight. I fear that Murzost may be the only way to kill them.
What is Murzost?
As leader of the Second Army, this is your call.
You've known David the longest. What do you think?
Kirigan always kept him very close.
Guess the number behind my back. If you get it right, you can stay.
Kirigan alone is a force to be reckoned with, but if this is true, need to head out to hunt the Firebird.
Or I can do something right now. An alternative to boost my power.
Alternative.
Yeah, what? Great soldiers of light!
Maybe I can tear down the fold by creating soldiers of light.
Yes.
Murzost. The Darkling messed around with Murzost and we got the fold for
What
And now it
is
has monsters who walk with-
Murzost? I don't remember.
There's always a cost to Murzost.
Stop saying that word without explaining what it is again. I don't remember. I watched 57 TV shows between this season 1 and this season 2. I need knowledge.
Even now, something may extend between you two.
A shared bond of some sort that persists beyond what happened in the fold.
Yeah, she sees him in her dreams. She knows.
Fabricator Co. created an unkillable army made of cogs and bone.
Until the Fabricator Nayar forged Neshienya.
That's a rad sword.
It's a valuable old sword, sure. That doesn't mean the story behind it is true.
Any chance is better than no chance.
That's a very Sturmhond thing to say.
Don't talk in the 4th person.
Tell your boss I have what he wants.
Is this part of the plan? Nina, why are you holding a fake gun? This has to be part of the plan. Nina would not do me like this. Ninar. Some nice CGI spray. Arnar, there's a child! Remove the child from the death spray.
Help us. Please.
There's Priveneth. There's Priveneth. Hello. How are you doing?
It's okay. I'm going to get you off this ship. Follow me.
Okay, you're gonna need to shut that baby up if you're trying to sneak off this ship. Unless Inesh is just gonna kill everybody.
You'll pay for this, you double-dealing witch.
Someone says no, she won't. Damn right, Nina won't pay for nothing. We love her. Anyone touches a hair on her head and they die. Painfully.
No more bets. What's that on your face?
No more bets. Oh, it's making them all sick. Or at least make them all look sick. I mean, straight up shattering this man's ribs right now.
There will be outbreaks at all of your establishments. And only yours.
What did you do, boy?
He's lying. No one
That
has
was
the power
so
to stop
hot.
a prisoner from Hellgate, not even Pekka.
That little mouth thing that she just did. Ooh. God damn, Nina. Just loads of guns.
Got my attention.
You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
You.
I'd reconsider. If you want to see your Kalish prince again.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna blow up again.
Not that one.
Fond of sweets, blonde hair. Albie.
Awful at piano.
Your mistake was that you let someone get in. Someone you'd sacrifice everything for, and it makes you weak.
Then I'll just kill you.
Do that. But you'll never find your son in time.
What did you do?
Threatening a boy. Okay, well that's a lie.
What the hell do you want?
I want you to remember.
Remember what?
His brother died of the pox.
Jacob, hurt soon.
Is that your real name, Kazbraka?
And if it hadn't been me, it'd have been somebody else.
Bad luck for Albie that it was you.
You tell me where to find my son!
He never took your son. He's still at home. This is a ruse, brother.
How about another hint?
Jordy, last name Nelson, played for the Packers.
I'll give you whatever you want, Becker. I'm begging you.
All your men are watching you beg. On your knees, brother. He's gonna embarrass you before he lets you know that your son is currently in piano lessons.
A confession for the murders of Tontaline and Constable Sem. And a quit-claim deed for Inesh Gafar.
Sign them. I mean, he could just kill everybody in this room and be like, that never happened. Just gaslight the whole town. Alright, well. Technically that wouldn't hold up in a court of law because he's signing that under duress, but
Black Veil Cemetery.
it is what it is.
I thought we were leaving at 3 bells.
Tolya's trying to cram his entire poetry library into his pack.
Yeah, it's important.
Long may the night whose
No, there'll be none of that.
He looks at him like, she won't let me. Mel.
Malian orator.
Boy.
Deserter.
Deliver him to the base at Ulensk for immediate court-martial.
Brother, you can't do that. You know he's part of the crew.
Moy Zarevich?
I would prefer you call me Vasily.
You're creepy.
At least when we're in private.
I don't like the way you talk.
Only I can make you a queen.
I can assure you, I have no such ambition.
Yeah.
Until then.
Get your creeper ass out of here. Yeah, she wipes her hand off.
Give me a shovel! Give me a shovel!
It's gonna be like a handwritten note that just says, "Ya boy is elsewhere." Right there. You should have known, brother. You funky little kid with a fun accent. Just watched you go to jail.
I might very well have left you first. But that was before I got to know you.
Smooch.
But I can tell you that
I'll be there in the morning.
you may have gathered this about me, but silences, they really aren't my favorite thing.
Get it, son. Any chance you get, boy? Any chance you get. Does that answer your question? Oh, you remember.
Maybe you need a fuller reminder.
Oh, bet? Let's go.
Nina said everything worked out.
I didn't know where you were. I didn't know if Pekka had
He
hired
was
another assassin
worried.
to kill you. I didn't know if you would...
I'm fine. I do one thing without consulting you, and I'm a weak link.
No, he's the weak link.
You can't be serious.
I need to know that I can count on my crows. If we can't rely on each other, we have nothing.
I'm out.
He bought your freedom.
You're free.
He got scared by their intimacy. She is just the tiniest bit smitten.
You actually care about Ravka. Make a good king.
Better than most. Better than most. You guys only have to half act.
We agreed on an intimate affair. How many guests did you invite, Mother?
Vasily got a little overzealous with the invites.
Of course he did. He's the exact type that would.
The man of the people.
Danger has arrived.
His intended should...
What a dummy. Oh, rip him apart. Oh, yes! That was incredible.
It's not working.
Now Nikolai is the prince to be king. Oop, oop, oop. There he is. Oh, he's not even gonna stop? He's just gonna keep on walking, eh?
It's good to see you, Elena.
It's still in dream form?
Get out of my head.
Why must you be so difficult?
Her hair is on fire. Oh, he's really there.
Let me help you.
Or maybe not. You're strong enough to break that, eh? With your old lady bones. Don't have to be strong, just have to have weak-ass bones. Yeah, it's a little gnarly, but you're still beautiful. Okay, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but he can buy more beakers. Oh, hello, brother. The real deal this time.
Come with me. We'll rule together, side by side.
No thanks.
I have seen what you truly are, and I have never turned away. I never will.
Either has Mal.
I'll destroy the only thing you have left.
Fear.
Have it your way.
Is that gonna work? Oh, well, that is helpful. You're gonna wanna scoot your boot. Get the heck out of Dodge. Black, you rapscallions. Well then, that was a sudden ending. But holy cow, dude, that was like a lot happened. Let's talk. What should we talk about? Let's talk about first. Let's talk about the Six of Crows. So their storyline, they had almost everything go perfect for them, right? You know, we had the anxiety-inducing thing at the end of last episode where Pekka Rollins was like, Nina, I will not kill your boyfriend if you bring me Kazbrecker. And of course, since she is loyal, she hits up Kaz and she's like, hey, yo, this shiz is going down. How do we compensate? And they develop a plan where she brings him in and he gets Pekka Rollins to sign a confession to the murders of the one constable, and I think the other one was the lady that ran the menagerie, I think, right? So, like, on the surface, that man's completely out of the picture. Everything is Gucci. Like, things are golden. Like, he's out of the picture now. Like, things are looking up, for real. The scene where he did it was very interesting and very intense. Like, he strolls in, and he's like, I wouldn't kill me if I were you, because you'll never find your son alive. He's buried 6 feet deep, and if you do these things for me, I might let you find him. Now, we, as the audience, are like 75% sure that he didn't actually kidnap this kid, because one, we never saw that happen. I feel like logically in our brains we can be like, there probably wasn't enough time to do that. Two, we know that Kaz is a good guy. So like, would he stoop so low to do that? Probably not. But then that other 25% of us is like, I don't know, man. He's been kind of a little desperate and a little unhinged this whole process. You know, this Pekka Rollins hits very close to home with him and his brother. Like, what is gonna happen? So if they revealed that Kaz actually did like take this kid, I mean, it would be a disappointing moment for him. Obviously, I'd be like, dang, dude, like that's pretty dark. You shouldn't have done that. Like, you're going down a path that you probably shouldn't be going down. But we knew that he didn't actually kidnap this kid. Like, the whole time I'm like, this kid's back at home doing piano lessons. He's golden. Don't need to worry about nothing. But like, he got Pekka Rollins to publicly sign these things in front of all these people. Granted, they were all Pekka Rollins' men, so he could just be like, hey, I'll pay you guys to be like, that never happened. This is fake. You know, because he can't... Kaz could have easily faked a signature this whole time. Like, he could have just been like, oh, Pekka Rollins' signature, that counts. So, I don't know if this is nailing the coffin for him, because he could easily get all his dudes to be like, yeah, man, that never happened. Like, he didn't actually sign that. He was never there. Or he could just kill all those guys and be like, that never happened. Right? Then it's my word versus his. Like, who are they gonna believe? The person who you already thought did it, or the guy who's currently in charge of the city, right? I think the more damning part of it was, and the thing that might actually prevent all his men from snitching, or like going along with it, right? Like the thing that'll prevent all his men from, you know, siding with him again is the fact that Kaz got him to beg in front of them, right? That kind of strips this man of all power and intimidation and authority that he had over them, because they're watching their boss cry and beg in front of them, in front of another man who is, and not just another man, but like another competitor for the mob boss throne, so to speak. So I think that was the more damning thing, is he got them to do that. And then obviously, this man strolls up to the not garden or cafe. What's it called? Cemetery. the garden cafe. The dead people garden cafe. The cemetery. He strolls up to the cemetery. He gets arrested, and then his little son comes trotting out like, "Hey, Da, where are you going, Da?" It's like, son, your father's going to prison for moidoi. And yeah, we Ben knew. Ben knew that this kid was alive and well, fat and happy. But yeah, and then he gets Inej to leave, theoretically. I doubt that she'll actually bail. But he uses her being gone for longer than 5 minutes as an excuse to send her away, to kick her out of the club, because she helped some people that needed help. And it wasn't even that she like screwed up the plan. Like, she did the plan. She got the plan done. It's the fact that he was worried. He was worried about where she was and if she was safe and alive. And that scared him. Like the fact that he has become so vulnerable and so, for lack of a better word, weak to her, that there is something he loves and cares so much about that he would do anything for her. He just called Pekka Rollins weak for having that. And now he realizes he has that, and so he needs to send her away somehow, because he probably thinks that's the only way he's going to be able to do this effectively, right? They had that moment of intimacy the previous episode, and it scares him how much he would be willing to sacrifice everything for her, probably. And so he sends her away, uses that as an excuse to send her away, and obviously she is not thrilled about that. She's like, "For real, dude? Like, I was gone for 10 minutes and that's enough to kick me out of the crew? Like, F this." I mean, she takes her thing and leaves, but something tells me it's not going to be so easy to just remove her, right? Those two are in love. It's not going to be a lifelong separation, if we're being real. And then the other half is Alina's storyline with the whole wedding, right? So she's there. She's trying to, be a prominent figure and have some sway. And in order to have that sway, she needs to lead the Second Army, and she needs to announce the engagement between her and Nikolai. And then they're going to have like this public announcement kind of engagement party, and it's going to be a fun thing, extended family only. And the whole time, Nikolai's brother, the Creeper McCreepface, Dumb Mortsarovich, whatever, Vasily, like the first son, the prince, he's dumb and he sucks. Like, he's just being annoying. And then he sees Alina and Mal kissing, and he knocks Mal out and he's like sending him to the front lines of the war, essentially. Because he's like, "You're gonna get killed, you're a deserter." And it's like, okay, how do all the people there technically, I guess he is the like ultimate authority there, so anything that he says goes, right? Like, none of those, even if people knew that Mal was like part of the crew, and that he was like essentially number 3 amongst the rebel crew, right? Alina obviously number 1. Nikolai, just due to the marriage proposal and his standing as the second prince, he's the number 2 in the rebel crew. Mal's number 3. Like, he's top dog in Alina's heart. Like, arguably, like, should be given the role of like general in the war. Like he's good. Like he's high up there. So like it's not like these soldiers don't know who he is. They don't think he's just some rando. But the prince is like, he's a deserter. He's going back to the front lines. They're not going to ignore that order, of course. Someone should maybe tell Alina what the piss happened. That would be helpful, right? Like, we didn't like the prince anyway. He sucked. And then this freaking wedding happens. Not wedding, the engagement party happens. And there's like 900 people there. Because, of course, they're like, extended family. And this dumb prince invites 1,000 people. And he gives away the location and creates this whole dramatic engagement. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended now. He creates this whole dramatic thing, and the smoke monsters come down. and this thing picks him up and rips him in half. Just shreds this man. Like, oh my god. Which, you know, I guess bad news for him and his mom. But now we have Nikolai. We have Nikolai now being positioned as the prince. Like, if the king dies, he's it. He's the ruler of this country. Which is pretty funny, given the fact that earlier the prince is like, only I can make you a king. And it's like, actually, or no, only I. He's like, only I can make you a queen. But actually, now you're dead. So suck it. Now Nikolai can make her a queen. But there was an added complication that technically he is a bastard. His mom doesn't care. Maybe his dad cares if the king is still alive. He might care. There's been whispers of him being a bastard the whole time. We'll see if that comes up in the issue of his kingship towards the future. We don't know. They're all trying to get away. Obviously, there's danger afoot. Good thing Mel got the piss out of here, like, ASAP. Not voluntarily, but he was gone. He probably would have gotten ripped in half at some point in that engagement. Pun for a second time, didn't mean it. He's the only one that's safe at the moment. But freaking Kerrigan shows up and he's like, only I can love you. They'll all be afraid of you eventually. I will never turn away. I will accept your darkness because I'm inherently an awful person as well, and none of your darkness could ever live up to my darkness, so I will never be afraid of you. Essentially what is the gist of what he's saying. He's like, I lived for 1,000 years, and everybody I've ever loved dies, except for you. You're still kicking, so I'm in love with you. You will choose me eventually. You don't got no other choice. You know, this dumb, immortal, inbred hick is just like, I'ma sick my monsters on you unless you love me. And she's like, F that, dude. Like, I don't want to be with you. You're creepy and you're annoying and you've killed thousands of innocent people. Like, why would I do that? And he's like, fine, have it here. I don't know why I'm giving him like this dumb hick accent. There's nothing about his character that suggests that he's a dumb hick, but I'm tossing it on there anyway, just for fun. But he's like, fine, the monster will get you. And then she collapses the freaking archway, and then cut to black. So, anything could happen next episode. So, next episode, it looks like they're going to try and find that sword that was mentioned by Mal in this episode. And it's going to be the Six of Crows, probably getting hired to go find that. Very interesting that they, like, win this city back and then immediately leave to go find a magic sword. That's fun. But I think that's all I got to say about this episode. Definitely let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.